the early 1990s, on the west side of Chicago, Michael Jordan was transforming his Bulls into an NBA dynasty. And he was also becoming the most popular athlete in the world. But just blocks away on the south side, a young kid by the name of Dwyane Wade was starting his own journey.
We're at 5901 South Prairie. This is the place where Dwyane spent 8-9 years of his life at with me. We actually stayed here on the first floor. And as I sit here, I'm sad, of course, and then I'm happy because we had many happy years here, but we had a lot of sad years here as well. Understand, Dwyane is my only son. And I always used to ask him, who's your favorite girl? I drilled it in that kid. And he'll say, you, Mom.
No harm can be done to him. Nobody can do anything to him. When it comes down to her giving us any kind of money to go to the store, oh, he will get the most money. And I'm like, hey, this little twerp. How did he get $1 and only got 50 cents? She always made this kid feel so loved. And I just be like, oh.
I grew up with 3 older sisters. And I was the only boy, so, you know, I had to, I had to play double dutch. I had to do everything they wanted to do, I had to do.
Tregill was the third daughter and Dwyane was the baby, so her responsibility was Dwyane. So naturally, if Tregill went, Dwyane had to go.
She was just like, you know, that sister that I can chase after, follow, go somewhere with her. Even though she didn't want me to go, she wanted my younger brother tagging along, I used to always follow. I used to always hide behind cars.
It's like every time I look back, he'll be right there. Mom said I can go. Mom said I can go. There was this one guy who used to always just really tease me and pick on me. So this one day, I picked up my brother from kindergarten, and this guy was really big in the 4th grade. So Dwyane he turned around and he told the guy, leave my sister alone, and he threw his bag down like he was finna fight. This guy is standing and I'm scared of him, okay? I'm looking like, oh, don't you say nothing. And the guy hit him in his nose started bleeding. I'm like, no. After that day, that guy never messed with me no more. With me, he was my best friend. I always tell everybody that, definitely my best friend.
We slept in the same bed, so we talked every night. I talked her to sleep every night, telling her about my dreams and, you know, and telling her about my problems. You know, she was everything to me.
Tregill and Dwyane had each other, but there were certain realities that their bond could not protect them from.
Dwyane's favorite spot used to be right there. He used to sit on the stump right there, and he used to look out. And Dwyane would see all the activity that was going on out here because it was drug-infested neighborhood. And he used to see the guys, it was bushes and stuff all out and around here, see the guys hiding their drugs and everything, and everybody drinking and drugging. It was just one big block of just, if we want to say sin, it was a block of sin. I was into a relationship with drugs and alcohol.
For a young boy, I was just lost. I was confused, not really understanding what she was going through. Only thing I saw was that my mother was hurting, and that hurt me because I loved her so dearly.
It wasn't looking good. It just wasn't looking good. None of the guys that I grew up with did anything. I mean, none. So I didn't see anybody come out of it, and I didn't see him coming out of it.
Tregill would be compelled to make a decision that would change her 9-year-old brother's life forever.
She kind of tricked me. You know, she said, you know, you want to go to the movies? You want to go to the show? I'm like, yeah, let's go to the show. You know, I'm thinking some time with my sister. You know, I remember we was on a bus, and I lived on 59th, and I was was a ride. I'm like, man, we going far, you know, and my father at the time was living on 79th, and you know, we pulled up at the stop, and we got off the bus, and she was like, all right, you're closing stuff upstairs. I'll be back to get you. I'll be back tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, she come back tomorrow.
He just looked at me and he's just like, where you going? I'm like, oh, I'll be back. I'm not going far, you know. I'll be back. I told him I'll be back. I'll never forget his face. I think that'd be the look, because he had no clue. He's just looking up at me like, okay, if it's, you know, like, if you say so, okay.
3 weeks later, I'm looking out the window like, every time a bus pulled up, I'm like, you know, where's she at? But she never came back. She never came back.
And I never went back because I knew that, you know, that was best for him. You know what I mean? It was just hard to keep it, you know, to keep going through the same stuff. And I know that my dad could help, you know.
You know, it was kind of like that they didn't want me kind of feel. I kind of was mad at her for a long time for leaving me. I felt like she left me.
For me to fall like I did and have to be separated from Dwyane and my children, it was hard. You know, I missed him. He was my baby, you know.
Dwyane was now beginning a new chapter in his life, and he'd have little time to feel sorry for himself as he moved in with his father and 3 stepbrothers.
I went from, you know, when I was with my sisters, to, you know, doing all the quote-unquote girly things, to now I'm over here with all brothers, and they're like, be a man, toughen up, stop crying all the time, you know. But yeah, my older brother, he was like,
it was unfair.
He used to be like me and my younger brother. This is one of my younger brothers. We used to play against each other. We used to play with each other against him.
You know, he did a lot of things that we wasn't used to, so we like, man, you gotta get harder. So, you know, we roughened him up, bottom line.
It looked like a small space now, but this meant the world to us, to have this little bitty space that we all can't fit on now. But this was our NBA right here. This was it. This was, I was Jordan back here, I was Scotty back here.
He couldn't see over us. We were all taller than him, so everything he put up, we would block. So back then we called him Lucky, because whenever he hit a shot, it was luck.
The toughest of the Wades was Dwyane's dad, and he was determined to make something of his boys.
He'd wake us up real early in the morning to drill. Left hand, right hand, you know, dribble to right, dribble to left. We would stay out there from morning to night.
Dwyane would cry all the time. If you knock Dwyane down, here come the tears. And we used to just say, get up, you can't quit. There's no quitting. How you gonna be better than anybody else if you quit?
So my father used to come out here and he used to beat us up. And and you had to become a man out here at a young age. It was his rules. I mean, there was no fouls in the backyard at all, you know, so if you go up for a shot and somebody just come and clean your clock, you better get up and dust it off. So I get it, I take it, bro, come up, try to block it, body to body. Boom! Boom! Body. Well, okay, body to body, and I grabbed your arm because I was higher than you.
Hey, Rob.
And that's when he knew right then and there, young bro was growing up.
Dwyane would put his backyard lessons to the test as he became a star at Richards High School.
See if he reminds you of anyone.
Well, I know what everybody's thinking of, but yeah, he has Jordan type of movements, especially on the offensive end and even on the defensive end.
The one word that can describe Dwyane's play is fearlessness. And the bigger the game, the bigger the crowd, the tougher the opponent. He was never afraid.
Dwyane